What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Jorge Razo podcast. Got a very special guest with me today, my homie Dustin Roman. Round of applause. And we got his brother Ryan Roman in attendance right here on the side. We're back at it again here at New Generation Barbershop. Shout out to my boy Moy, my boy Cito. Let's just dive into your conversation.
Who goes with me everywhere, man.
I know, man. Pinche chicle que traes, man. I mean, that's a person having an older, younger brother.
That's true.
And I say older, younger because I swear to you, I always thought that fool was older than you.
Yeah, well, he's older than me in pounds, but other than that, nah.
Esos tiros también pa' que fueron, man. Nah.
Just saying.
But what's up, bro? How you been, man? It's been a minute.
Chilling, dealing with this COVID stuff, really, like everybody else. Working from home, I get to work from home a little bit, so that's cool.
But I think your genre of music has it worse, bro.
Yeah, the genre I'm in right now,
Yeah.
The rock stuff, yeah. That has it worse. Because all we play is at bars, man, and all the bars are closed.
Yeah, man. That's fucking sucks, I guess. But I mean, it hasn't stopped me. So you're on your not that.
Well, I've been hit up a few times for the norteño stuff. I haven't really done it because I usually am busy on those days. Or like.
Es que cuando hay billete, pues uno no. O sea, cuando hay billete no tiene que ir cada rato a tocar.
That's not really why I stopped playing the norteño so much, but.
Well, let's get into it a little bit. Let's talk about how you started it.
It actually started late, man. I started drumming, like actually practicing drumming when I was 18 years old. So pretty late in the game. I bought my first drum set when I was 15 years old for my birthday, and then played it for like a day or two. My uncle, who was a drummer at the time, was supposed to show me some stuff. The day I bought it, he showed me one beat, and that was it.
Pura madre, he just wanted you to buy it off of him.
He always tells a joke, oh, you couldn't even learn the simple beat, but he was too busy. He never came back.
He just wanted to sell you the drums, bro.
Yeah. No, he wanted me to buy them. I bought them at it was like a cheap Pearl drum set, like a beginner starter set from Guitar Center. It was like $500.
Cheap?
Yeah, well, it's like, because they come with the cymbal. Well, drums are expensive, dude.
I'm just like cheap? $500, dog?
Well, the one that I have, like one of my favorite ones, it costs you like $2,500, and that's only for three shells. They call them shells, the drums. Not even the snare, nothing.
Dog, you tripping.
Hey, those drums are expensive, man.
You guys have it worse too, you know. You guys have
Gotta carry everything.
Gotta carry everything.
Look at freaking skinny. I can't carry nothing.
Nah, man. But so you started playing when you were 18, or started trying to actually practice it?
So I stopped playing, and I actually posted the drums on, or at the time was Craigslist.
For
shit! Sale. Yeah, I posted them for sale. Nobody bought them. I graduated high school, and I didn't really have much to do. So I just started practicing because he was still in high school. My brother was still in high school, and I was just at home. So I literally practiced every day. It like clicked one day. I just started messing around, practicing. I would literally practice every day for a couple hours a day. And then my brother was playing. That's when he started playing sexo. So I started listening to
the norteño music.
I started to try to play. I already listened to norteño, but I started to try to play it.
But you guys never really like. Norteño has always been, it's, you know, you guys come from Mexican background and stuff like that.
I am Mexican. Just
you guys are white as fuck.
Well, you should see one of the gigs that I've gone to with anybody. Sometimes I'm usually one of the first ones there because I'm pretty punctual. So I'll get there, but I don't care. Like, I just walk into the backyard. Hey, who's the guy at the party? I walk in, and they look at me like,
who the fuck?
Like, hey, man, did we get the wrong group? I'm like, nah, don't worry. The Mexicans are coming right now. Don't worry about it.
Nah, bro, legit. Like, you guys are, I'd say whiter than average.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. Well, they call me Güero, and they call my brother Fantasma, so that should kind of tell you everything.
one is white, the other motherfucker's pale. Nah, man, but so you start listening to music or start getting into more music or norteño, see when your brother starts playing. But
that was before YouTube. So I would listen to it I had this big old stereo and would just try to hear what they're playing and try to mimic it or try to find easier ways to play it. And then one time, the way I got into norteño, like a grupo, was because you know my homie Jose Periquito.
Periquito, shout out to you, Periquito.
He saw me play. He's like, man, that's tight. How come you don't play? I was like, no, I don't play in front of people, man. Like I don't like to. He freaking grabbed my snare, threw it in the car, and we would take off somewhere. And he's like, well, I'm gonna play it. I was like, well, if you want to take it, go for it. The snare only. And he set it up, and he's like, hey, this fool knows how to play. And he put me in front of everybody to play. And literally that started like, oh, let's start. I would play like chirrin style. Me, my brother, and our homie Angel, who played accordion. And that's how it kind of started from there. Just snare and sexto, no bass.
But you talked a little bit about YouTube, pre-YouTube.
Yeah.
I started playing when YouTube was barely también.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it didn't have a lot of content, a lot of videos, real helpful videos.
Yeah.
You know, like you do now. You know, right now you fucking YouTube something about how to do this on whatever, how to play this song or whatever. You started off basically, you know, having to hear everything out and all that shit. Like, what do you see the differences now, or like what do you notice now? You know, that people actually have like, would it be more beneficial for you in starting up?
It's like a love-hate thing. So with YouTube, they kind of have a leg up, you know. Not a leg up because it's still any instrument's pretty hard to play, no matter what it is. It's just a difficult thing. But it's just, I feel like with YouTube, people focus only on their instrument and kind of forget to listen to the other instruments too, you know. So
okay.
it's kind of like what they call like they service a song. So when you're playing, when you're writing a song, I do drum parts. I'm not freaking doing solos the entire time. Like there's certain parts of the song where you play louder, or not louder, but like you do more heavy stuff, or then you play soft or simple to complement the voice or the accordion and stuff or whatever. So I feel like before YouTube, it's like you hear the CD and you have to find the drums, like find what they're doing. But in that finding that, you're hearing the sexto, you're hearing the bass.
Okay.
You know, just trying to see the pattern that they use and all that stuff.
So it might seem, I don't want to say easier, but it might seem damn, man, it's
more like you can grab. It's kind of like when you see somebody do it, you know it's possible. Than when you're trying to create it out of thin air. So like when you hear it on the stereo, you're not seeing anybody do it. You just hear it and you're like, man, what did he do there? It sounds so complicated. But when you see them do it, it's like, oh, well, it's possible. I can do it too. It just makes it more attainable.
But I think it's just kind of like when you water something down. For instance, if you learn it on your own, you know, you have that experience of, you know, learning it on your own.
Yeah.
As opposed to just looking at somebody doing it and you mimicking that person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of somewhat what you're referring to as.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like I said, I mean, but it's still beneficial because there is a couple things where you hear and you're like, dude, that's impossible. But then you see somebody do it and it's just the way it sounded impossible, but the way they did it, you're like, oh, they just...
Not even that complicated.
They kind of did like a magic trick, and that's why it sounds so complicated, but it's actually not as complicated as you thought. So it's kind of cool and then it's kind of bad. So
you start off the first agrupación that you ever been in, which is...
Los Tenientes.
Los Tenientes.
De Long Beach.
De Long Beach. shout out to y'all.
Yeah, man.
And how was that like, you know, starting off your first agrupación and the people that you started with? Who were the people you started with?
In that group was me, my brother on sexto, Ryan, our friend Angel, who played accordion, and then at the time Periquito was singing. He wasn't playing bass yet. And it was literally, we had no bass player because we didn't know any bass players. And then my brother, I said, man, it just sounds whack without the bass. I was like, I know, but like, I don't know anybody, dude. And like this person's paying us at the time was like $150 an hour. We might as well go play with no bass. They know we don't have a bass, so just go play. So we forced Periquito to learn the bass. So we all, in that group, we all kind of learn
as
together.
you went.
Yeah. Kind of learn together.
That's cool, man. I mean,
so it was like a stepping stone. We all sucked, but we were sucking together. So except Angel, he knew already because his pops was in a norteño, like the legit norteño, like with sax and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're all family musicians, so he would kind of show us like, hey, nah, do it like this, or nah, usually they do it like this. So that's how we learned the rules of norteño,
or the base, or the
like
basics of norteño.
Because in norteño there is rules, so like the rules of norteño.
Okay.
at the time. Yeah.
So, you have that agrupación. How was your first gig with that band? Like, how did you feel? What are your feelings going into the gig, prepping for the gig and stuff like that?
We didn't really have like a first legit gig. We used to just practice at Periquito's house. He lived at the dealership, and we used to practice in the dealer. And
The dealership right there in
yeah, off PCH.
PCH.
Yeah, the dealership. We used to practice. They have like a little house in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we used to practice in there, and we used to leave all our stuff there, and we'd practice, and then it would turn into like a party, because his brother and them would always come and start drinking, and it would be like 15 fools.
Shout out to you.
And then we're playing for like 4 or 5 hours for free. So
Shout out to you.
But in their
Prieto.
defense, I don't think we deserved to get paid at that time because we weren't that great. So
I mean, hey, no, you were trying. You know what I mean? Like,
we were practicing. So when we were like, all right, we're done, they were cool. They didn't say
shout out to my boy. He has his own merch or clothing line, no?
Oh, that's his.
I think so, no?
Oh, that's his. Well,
No,
if
yeah.
that's his. Yes. then
Yeah,
that's
shout
his,
out to you guys. Go look
to,
that up.
Miguel, yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, it's Miguel, but I mean like the brand name.
I know it says Long Beach. Oh, Long Beach merch.
Long
there we
Beach
go.
merch.
Yeah.
Shout
Long
out
Beach
to you,
Miguel.
my boy Miguel.
The Royals.
La Familia Arroyo. Shout out to you guys. I just learned this. I just learned this last week that my boy Gio can actually put the link in the little pop up thing.
Just put a pin. Yeah.
You know.
Right here.
So I follow my boy.
Long Beach merch, man.
I swear to you,
I
didn't
gotta
know
give
he-
me a hat.
I didn't know he knew how to do that shit, but follow him. So yeah, you guys, so it wasn't like an actual gig that.
No, I wouldn't even say. I mean, it was a grupo, but we weren't like, we're getting like, let's play at this party. It was kind of like, hey, it was kind of like, hey, these fools, they want you to play at their house. All right, we'll go play. Cool. And then we charged like something like cheap, like a Kit Kat bar and some Reese's.
What the fuck?
Nah, I was saying, it was really cheap because we weren't that great. So
Yeah.
we were just starting. So, but and then it right there kind of evolved. We actually like sat down. We're like, all right, we know a little more, and we started the other group called
Artilleria.
Artilleria. And we actually got that name from some guy back in the day from. I used to go to Casa Long Beach, and I had him in class, and it was one of the brothers of the Rancho Humilde guy or something like that.
Oh, okay. And he was like, "Oh, you guys should name."
He was
it this."
gonna help us out to like play, and but we didn't have a name, so he's like, "Oh, I have this name, Artilleria Norteña," and we were like, "Oh, that sounds pretty cool." So he let us have it.
Well, I mean, and let's clarify this. This is during the time when matazones in the songs were the shit, when,
So this
when
was,
that gunning shit was heavy,
This was
so
about the time of Artilleria was about the time of like when those Dos Primos were hitting and
Movimiento
like the-
Alterado
yeah,
and
yeah,
shit
yeah.
like
Yep.
that. You guys remember playing those songs all the time?
Yeah,
Those shits would
yeah,
get
we did.
annoying.
I did not like playing those all the time. It wasn't even the fact that, I mean, a corrido's a corrido, but at that time it was like playing Preparación, okay, and like again, okay, again. Like we literally played it like
And
20
then-
or 15 times.
And then 2 songs later, hey, en preparación.
Yeah, so it's like
Hey, that shit was
You
a
know,
hit.
that was a hit,
that
yeah.
was the
Shout out
fucking
to-
shout out to you, compañera.
Yeah, he's yeah, that one was a hit. But it was like around like the what's that other one? The one where for the twins and all of the people sang.
That's why that was Movimiento Alterado.
Yeah, but there was a song, and now we used to play all the time.
Fuck, my boy. I remember. It's because.
There we go.
Yeah,
yeah.
El
Yeah,
M1.
yeah.
So I went to a gig 3 weeks ago or so, 2 weeks ago, and they had that shit like in a little backdrop and shit like that, like on a big what's that shit called?
Like a background.
Like where you have the backdrop and the projector.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
They had a what?
They had a projector that fucking video. Bro, I did not notice, or back then I never really paid attention to what it was to create a music video or all the shit,
Yeah.
all the details that go into it. And I swear to you, those motherfuckers spent no money, my boy. Those motherfuckers spent no money. They have a white backdrop, and it's all the artists just recording, and they're just in front of the camera like, I swear to you, no, just a white backdrop.
Damn.
That's all it is, bro. Like, and then they're just fucking. It's like if let's say
singing. each one singing his
Yeah,
part.
each one singing his part, and they're just like this, like.
That's what I do in the car.
No, but it's just like, bro, like you guys spent no money like on an actual video, and that shit like had that shit blew up
Yeah.
like legit.
It was just right song at the right time. That was the point.
But dog, spend some money on the music video. You know what I mean? Like,
Hey man, you don't have to like what is like that same song in Preparación, the Gerardo one. Because I used to play for Kevin, but they told me that the live that song in Preparación, the live one, like that one hit big time and it's live.
Yeah.
Like, when he went back, like he wanted to record it like legit, and he did. But dude, everybody likes that live.
Yeah,
one.
that's the thing.
It's about it. But
Well,
that's the thing with Norteño. They love live, man.
it's
They
just a
love it
feeling.
live.
But actually, during that time was when, you know, the live shit started hitting more than the studio stuff.
Yeah. But I think it's just because like people started to appreciate more the musician side. You know, more like not even to this day. My mom, they went to go see Ramon Ayala, and she's like, "Oh, Ramon Ayala didn't really even sing," and I'm like,
Because he doesn't
sing.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I was like, he does segunda. It's always the sexteto that sing. And she looked at me like, what? Like, yeah, like people don't know. Like, you know, the normal folk, they don't notice that, but the musicians, we know that. Like,
But to be honest, like when I started off, I didn't know that either.
oh yeah, when nobody knows when you start. Right?
I did not know that either until somebody, I don't remember who told me, was like, oh yeah, you know, like his segunda. I'm like, his segunda? Like, what are you talking about? Like, oh, and I had a band member during that time también que me alegaba, like, oh yeah, like Los Bravos del Norte are a way better agrupación than what Ramon Ayala could be by himself or whatever. And I was just like, yeah, that makes sense, but you know, you're not gonna go pay to go see Los Bravos del Norte. You're gonna pay to go see Ramon Ayala. Y me alegaba que no. Like, I'm just like, dog, you can say whatever the fuck it is you want, you know, but nobody's gonna. I mean, obviously musicians and stuff like that, we're gonna know, okay, that's Los Bravos del Norte.
Yeah.
But everybody else is gonna be like, oh, that's Ramon Ayala. You know what I mean? Like, this is the branding of his whole situation. Is
R.I.P. to one of my favorite drummers, man.
Rest in peace, man.
In Norteño.
Well, you play in a. Actually, you know what? I'll get to that. I'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Let's keep going through your.
Oh yeah.
Through your story.
So yeah, Artilleria happened, and we had a singer. His name was we call him Culichi. His name was David. But I don't know. We at the time people were like, we don't like it just wasn't like clicking.
It wasn't
like,
clicking.
The singing and the music, I guess, because it was just like kind of two different styles clashing. So we
Culichi.
kind of like parted ways, and
I don't remember.
that's
Culichi.
when my brother started singing.
His name is David.
David, yeah.
And his wife actually does the Mariscos de Garage.
Oh yeah, Marisco's Garage. That family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just don't remember him with the agrupación.
It wasn't like super long. It was maybe like a year or so. It was like
Dog, that's long.
I guess so.
Dog, that's
But
long.
that's like a year from when we like, let's do Artilleria, the grupo, to all right, let's do Artilleria, but my brother singing and Angel doing segunda, like keeping it like.
Oh,
between
okay,
us
okay.
four, yeah. So it wasn't a super long time, but I guess kind of long. He was super cool though. Live. I mean, when I see him, he's still super cool. So, but it just was like two different
So
styles.
you guys gave him the boot, or like he just
Nah, it was like.
nah putting you on the spot like that? You guys picked that fool out, or like did he just leave?
I mean, like we were young too, man. I was like 19 at the time.
and these fools are like 15,
18, and he was like 20 something. So it's like, it was a conversation. But and like even to this day, I regret doing it because I personally liked how he sang,
yeah.
and now I know like f everybody, just do what you like, you know.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Don't worry about it. Like so if it was up to me, and I thought if I was a little more mature in my mind, that would have never happened. But because I always go with people that I like, that I trust. And if I like how you sing, cool. Like, I'm just going to do it because I like it, not necessarily because other people like it or not.
And with Artilleria, I mean, I would obviously see you guys a lot. During that time is when I started playing music as well.
Yeah.
So
that's when I met you.
that's when I met you. So
I met you at Arre con la que barre. What's his name?
El Primos.
Yeah,
And then
that's how I
Miguel
met.
Artículo. Yeah.
That's how I met.
Why you gotta do that?
Because that's how I remember him.
Why you gotta do the thing?
Because that was his thing, no?
I think he still does it.
Yeah, so there you go. I'm not
Yes.
doing it.
Saludos al primo.
That's what he does.
I believe it's
And he
el...
gave us our first set of shirts to play for him for like 12 hours. So it was cool.
What?
Oh, yeah. So we were trying to get a...
What? You're not just gonna pass by that one way. Like, you're not just gonna be like, oh yeah, we played 12 hours for some shirts.
Nah, well, they did pay us, but like we hooked it up a few hours. He gave us free shirts from that store that he had.
Oh, the ones with it had like 12 little metal
That
pieces right there in a
little
row.
Style. That little style didn't suit us white folk. So.
Oh yeah,
But yeah,
the
and
one
then
that
he's like,
that came out on the pictures.
Yeah,
in there.
yeah, yeah.
Oh shit.
well, we all look like children. But yeah, he hooked it up, and we're like, yeah, we'll play like a couple hours for free. And it was to some dudes here in Long Beach, and they were cool. Just dude, we set up. It was like 7 o'clock or whatever, and they shut the garage door, and we were just playing. And then like I don't know, like 12 or 11 hours later, they opened the garage, and his son. I was like, where the hell did his son come from? But, yeah, they were cool, but that was a long gig.
Well, I mean, you know, you were one of the people that doesn't like those long gigs.
Nah,
so-
well, not anymore. I did, but not anymore. I'm a little older now, and for some reason, one of my calf, like the kick calf,
Yeah.
I think it's sore, dude. I don't know why, but only sometimes.
It gets sore, and like, you think
Yeah.
you fucked it up over the years, or what?
I don't know. I really don't know. Like I'll play in like 6-7 hours in it. It's just like it's hard for me to do like a double, or it's hard for me to do like just to hit hard, or it just hurts, man. And I don't know if it's from drumming so much, or I used to skate a lot, or I don't know if I don't really know. I don't do anything. I just sit playing Call of Duty. So maybe that, I don't know.
Maybe me not doing nothing, and then all of a sudden
Doing
playing
something.
12 hours. I mean, also during that time, I met you. I also knew that you had our homie Hershey, or sorry, our
David
homie
Diaz.
David Diaz.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That's from high school.
sorry.
We've known him for a very long
We
time.
know him for a very long time, so we have the privilege of saying that, you know.
Yeah. It's our inner circle guys.
You know,
so
yeah.
that's cool.
And during that time, DJ David Diaz.
Even before that, man,
Yeah.
he used to fix up bikes, like a little
What?
lowriders. Didn't he do that for a little bit? Yeah, he used to fix a little
Back
bikes.
then, when estaba de moda to have that little circle chain,
Like that style?
that
Yeah.
style.
And then, because I remember him riding by, and I was like, and then I only know him because I used to know his brother, and then we got real close with David. So, and then we kind of all moved up in the music scene. He kind of took behind the scenes, and we were the musicians. So, same music, but different paths, I guess.
Well,
But we known him for a
same
long time.
scene but different
Same
path.
scene. Yeah, there you go.
Same music.
Same music. Man.
I mean, he definitely fucking took a different path, and it ended up fucking.
Yeah, because that guy's a hustler, man. He I don't want to. He's one of those guys where what do they say? Not. I don't want to say lie because he doesn't lie, but I'm saying like when you do a job, and when they say like just say you can do it until you can do it type of thing. What do they call it? That saying.
Fake it till you make it.
There we go. I don't want to say you fake it till you make it, but
what's that job way when you can say you know how to
Hey,
do
and
something, but you don't know how to
Hey,
do it, and then
yeah, and
you
get the
kind of
job.
get to know it, you know.
And I went to college, man. But
And you went to college. That's a fucked up part.
not that it means anything. No, but he's one of those guys. Not fake it till you make it. Like I don't want to say he's faking it.
Hey,
but
wait, te juro, güey, like, I didn't know what the fuck you're talking about right now, wait. Like, I was just like,
I'm sure we.
the job.
he knows what
Hey,
I'm talking about.
Gio,
He knows what I'm talking
but I
about.
was thinking like, the job that you don't know how to do, you know? Like, I was like, what job don't you know how to do?
No,
But
hey.
then you could know, like,
The thing I was saying was more for me, doing jobs that you don't know how to do until you can
Oh,
figure
okay,
it
okay.
out.
It's more of that, like, he'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Like he's like, oh yeah, I can do this and this and this.
and he'll figure out as he
He's
goes.
never done it before, but like he knows he can do it. So when he gets the opportunity, he kind of like he takes the opportunity and runs with it, and he can do it. So, I mean, that's how he got to where he was pretty quick today.
Yeah, I mean, he's the manager of Los Rebeldes
Yeah, there you
all
go.
over fucking the U.S. So, I mean,
There you go.
he probably told
Step by step,
he
man.
probably told Los Rebeldes like, hey, dog, I can get you a gig right here, you know?
And I bet you he got that gig.
Well,
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
what I'm
Like, he wasn't sure, but in his mind, he knew he can do it. So that's what he did.
Nah, I mean, shout out to you, compa. Compa
Yeah,
Hershey,
man, that guy's a
compa.
hustler. Hustler in the business side. We're more hustling in the music side.
in the musician side, I guess. So, what was I saying? My boy Hershey.
Yeah.
Sorry, my boy Hershey. Like, you guys hung out a lot with him. You guys went to school with him and shit like that.
Yeah, we went to the same high school, and a lot of us actually went to the same high school. So Milliken High School.
Compa Bird,
Yeah, Bird. That's how I met. Bird. That's
Hershey,
yeah.
your brother. How's that, bro? Like being the fucking agrupación in high school.
It's
You know what I mean?
They did a talent show. They did one like that for with the norteño and everybody.
That's right.
Yeah, everybody was shouting. Except our school was very mixed. Like it was very diverse. So you got a lot of people shouting, and then you got some people looking at it like, "What the hell is that?"
Nah,
And
bro. Milliken has always been the
mainly Mexican. but-
mainly Mexican school, bro.
Yeah.
Like, those people from Long Beach know, like, if you were Mexican, you wanted to go to Milliken.
Not so much anymore because they stopped the buses. But yeah. at the
Oh,
time,
bro,
yeah.
back then with the buses, I guess you guys were real hyped in it. I don't know. I went to Poly, but
Yeah, and that's when Periquito was singing. That was before the bass.
no,
Yeah,
that's right.
They actually have a video of him singing. That was at that talent show.
on the.
So that was with Nelson.
I remember.
That's
that. I
right.
remember that.
Yeah. So that's how that Tenientes de Long Beach started because of that day.
I was there in the crowd.
So, you remember? Were you the one that was going, or were you the one that was going like, "What's up with these fucking
No,
guys?"
honestly,
He's lifted up his shirt. Like, damn, Dustin.
sign my bro.
I wasn't playing, man. I was observing too. It was just my brother Nelson, Periquito, and then the tubero. I
Oh,
forget
that's
his
right.
name,
That's
dude.
right. They had a two on it.
But I know that guy. I forget his name, but yeah, he was a tubero. Nino, there we go. That's what they call him, Nino at the time.
Shout out to you, compa Nelson,
Yeah, Nelson.
with Los de la Vieja Escuela,
Mm-hmm.
throwing it down. Shout out to ya. Man, I guess Milliken had a lot of.
They didn't. They had
Musicians.
a small group of musicians. Cause if you really think about it, there wasn't too many like norteño. Actually, people who play norteño.
Well, I
At
mean,
Milliken, other than like you. Well, where did you play at that time? When you were at
I
Milliken?
I went Poly.
Oh damn! What the hell? What?
I went to Poly.
That's
bro.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay. Why did I think right now you were like, in the crowd too? I was like, nah.
Nah. My cousin was in the crowd.
Okay. maybe
Shout out
that's
to my
right.
cousin Eric.
Yeah, so it's like your cousin Eric, my brother, me.
Well, my cousin Eric started bringing me around you guys. That's how I kind of met you guys too.
Well,
Well, I mean,
like I said, I met you at the
at the
shop because there was some dude when you were playing with the time Plaza.
Yeah.
Before like
Shout out to ya.
Yeah. The somebody was like, "Oh, you gotta
yeah.
check out this kid, man."
why y'all laughing? Man?
because
Why y'all laughing, man?
I'm not
Yeah.
laughing at. I'm
Y'all
laughing,
laughing at my initials, bro. That's fucked up, bro.
It's only. Hey, people laugh at mine too. Man. People laugh at my notes, so it's still the same thing.
I got you, bro. Ando igual yo, güey.
No, but it's because at the time there was, I forget who said it too, and I wish I remember who told me, but yeah, you gotta check out this kid, dude. This fool's only like 15, 14 years old, and he could sing. He has pipes, man. He could sing. And then we get there and it's you.
Yeah.
And then not that it's a bad thing, but I was
That's
expecting
hey,
like,
you see that
no,
shit?
hey, whoa.
You
Hey,
see that
but
shit,
look.
Gio? Like, you see this? The disrespect, bro? Like,
He wanted to come on the show just to tell you that.
Just say that
Just
story
to-
right
see,
there.
this is why I don't like having friends on this motherfucker. Dog. I got all the
Hey.
disrespect I
No.
get.
Let him finish though. Let-
It's not disrespect. It's just the way he hyped you up. I was literally expecting like a kid, like Luis Miguel
phenom.
kid. Yeah, like Luis Miguel. We're like, oh, this kid. But it wasn't like that. Like you sang cool, but
Nah, I didn't. Don't be lying. Don't be lying. I didn't at the time. All right.
The bar was here, and like you were
I was
like
down
somewhere
there.
Here. I'm not saying that I was down here too, but
Nah,
we were all down
lower,
here.
I was lower than
But
you.
I was expecting like you to blow my mind, and it just didn't.
Nah, well, back then, fuck you. Alright? Fuck you, dog. I mean,
Hey, if it's one thing, we do talk a lot of shit in our group, so that's fine.
yeah, man. Fuck you, man. All right, I don't think I'll ever recuperate from that one, but
Hey, I wasn't a good drummer at the time, man. I
But-
I did what did they say when that fool Kevin and Bobby and Kiki and Junior, they shout out to them. They all used to make fun of me and play this one video that I have for Los Tenientes, and it's just platillos after platillos, man.
I
Just
remember that video. Well, you know which one? I think it was in Rayo's house. There was a
I don't
gig that day. I was like so starstruck. Sorry, because that day, Sangre Nueva.
Oh
played.
yeah.
We were all in the garage. You don't remember?
Nah, he got drunk, man.
Oh yeah.
He was
Yeah,
supposed to,
yeah.
we were supposed to play after them, and when we went to play, we had to ask Nelson to sing because we couldn't find
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
he
Yeah,
was
I
gone.
remember that
Yeah.
day. I remember pulling up that day, and I was just like, "Oh my god!" Well, you guys during the time,
And that's when I knew I was a shitty musician at that time. That day.
that day, no, it's because oh my god, bro, you can't.
Yeah, because from there after Artilleria, I kind of not stopped playing, but I stopped with the grupo. I would say for a few months, and that's when that time, those few months, 6 months, maybe almost a year, I literally practiced every day for almost 4 to 6 hours a day the drums,
Damn.
like every day. And then I started posting videos on YouTube of some some corridos and stuff, and they got a little bit of views, and that's how I got the gig with Kevin through those videos.
Yeah. Oh, I think you did do a cover of.
I did one of Regulo song.
Yeah.
And that's the song that got me, actually, because my mom got a new camera, so it looked the camera looked so much better. And then I finally figured out how to do I got a new drum set. That was like one of the first videos with that drum set, that brown Gretsch one that I had.
Yeah.
That was one of the first videos with that drum set.
You still have that one?
Yeah, dude, that's one of my favorites. And then
I'm trying to buy a drum set, bro. I can't buy that.
I have a drum set that I won from Kiwi. I can sell you that one. I was gonna keep it, but my mom wants it out of the garage because I don't have nowhere to put it. It's a PDP. It's
Well,
nice. It sounds clean. I put all new heads on it too.
We'll talk after.
or I might do a raffle also.
Shut-
So we'll see what's up.
There you go, bro. The disrespect. You're already talking to me about. You're already talking to me about the drum set, and then you're like, I might rap with it
I
though.
might raffle it. Who knows? $5 a ticket. You can probably get it that way.
That's fucked up.
I just like.
All right.
See what's up.
Well,
Buy like 20 of them, dog.
There you go, man.
nah, and then if I fucking spend $100
Look,
on a fucking,
look, just
and
buy
then,
one
and
ticket.
then estoy tan salado, way, like legit, bro. If I have so much, I've never won a fucking raffle that people doing on fucking Instagram. Like I bought tickets, bro. Like legit. If you're selling 50 tickets, I buy 49. I still won't get that motherfucker, bro. Like.
Yeah, I'm a little lucky in that sense. I won I actually entered a raffle with a Pokemon pack of the Team Rocket first edition. Accidentally, it was a 50-50 shot, and I didn't read that the loser has to pay for the pack, which was like $300. And after he did the raffle, when he was doing the raffle, he like explained it. I was like, $300, oh crap! And then I freaking won.
No, you didn't
And
say
I've
oh
actually-
crap. You didn't say oh crap.
Yeah, I didn't say oh crap. I said oh. But I won the pack, and I have it at the house, and I've won 3 more since then. So each pack is worth about $300.
And next time I see a raffle,
Unopened.
I'm telling you to pay for that shit.
Signed
I've
up.
gone to Vegas a few times. My grandma gave me I won like $2,000 in Vegas by doing the slots. My grandma's like, here, play $5. I was like, Grandma, I do the $5 machine. Like, it's one pull. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine. Pulled it $250, and my grandma only gave me $5.
Oh my god. I'm over here thinking like
I'm just kidding.
I'm over here thinking like, oh, my grandma gave me the 250.
Nah. I'm just kidding. Nah. But yeah, I get lucky sometimes, but then, yeah. Very unlucky
Bro,
sometimes.
I'm legit gonna have you play on my raffle shit.
Oh, and then I almost won a dog from Michael when he did the dog thing. When he did the dog raffle, he was on. He was on the last 5 numbers, and I think I was like the 4th, 5th number. Like I almost got that one, and I didn't know. I only entered. I don't even know why I entered it because I can't keep a dog. But,
What the fuck?
I do dumb stuff like that sometimes. So
Well, I mean, man,
that's what happens with COVID. You don't have nothing to do. So
you fucking entering raffles and shit. I'm legit like, I'm legit gonna fucking hit you up next time. Like, hey, they're raffling off this bike.
nah, but when you're lucky, you're gonna make me unlucky. So let's not do it that way.
Damn.
He won't do,
Cold blood.
he won't do it for you. Some bullshit, huh?
Oh, we got a fan in
Oh,
attendance.
we got it for
Alright.
sure.
Shout
Hey,
out to the fan.
pásale, compa.
Autographs after the show, sir.
So after the whole artilleria, your whole artilleria phase, I want to say, you joined Luis. with Mike Quinos.
Sort of. So that's a little weird one because
That's a
Yeah.
him or the situation.
A little bit of both, because if you don't know Luis, he's the character, right? Well, obviously people know him. The To Be Honest guy.
the tubiones
This was
del chavo.
This was before all of that.
Tubiones del chavo. He's been popping on fucking TikTok and Instagram lately.
I don't have TikTok, but yeah, but from what I heard, I mean, from what I've seen, yeah, people tell me, he's a funny dude on there. But he's always been like that. Even before that, that's just how he is. He's a character. But I know him. I only met him because I wasn't in a group. I wasn't in Artillery anymore. I was basically BSing playing, and I got a random call one day. I was literally at my grandma's house, and I got a call. Hey, is this Dustin? I'm like, yeah. You play drums? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, I need you for a gig. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Typical. You ask where the gig is at, how much they're paying. Didn't happen with Luis. I'm like, hey, so where's the gig? Oh, well, it's like here and then it's here. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. I was like, well, how much is the pay? Well, you see, it's because sometimes you can make like $200 and sometimes you can make $1,000. I'm like, I'm like, hey man, what kind of gig is this, dude? Like, I'm thinking, like, I've never done. Obviously, I'm getting to, it was what they call Wipa, where they do the mariscos and stuff. Never done that. Never even heard of
He's
that
over
before.
here like, well, depending on how que hagas, I mean,
Yeah. And I'm like, man, what
if
are you
you do
talking
a good
about?
job, I'll pay you $1,000. If you don't,
What you're willing to do.
what are you willing to do?
And I'm like, man, prostituting myself.
Kind of
I'm like,
fucking
well, I'm down,
prostitution
but, hey.
ring am I fucking getting into? Eh?
Nah, but yeah, and then I was like, I don't know. I was like, well, what's the grupo called? Oh, it's called Los Jamaiquinos. And I was like, what the hell? Like, okay, I've never heard a group like that before. I've never heard this dude talk in my life. And this was telling me about some sketchy prices, sketchy places, and his group's name is Jamaiquinos. And I'm like, I don't know. I was like, well, I'm a little busy right now. I was like, my brother, he plays sexto. Oh, yeah, I could use a sexto. I was like, what? Like, what do you mean could use a sexto? Well, I mean, I have a sexto player, but I was moving to bass, and we'll take the sexto. I was like, I told this fool, hey, this fool, I don't know if you're down to go. So I passed him the number. And then actually my dad dropped off my brother at some random McDonald's off of 605. And
It was actually Elvis Sevilla and his cousin.
Oh,
yeah.
They took me to my first gig.
Oh, yeah. They
Shout
dropped,
out to you, compa Elvis.
Yeah, from Sevilla's.
Who else?
His cousin Victor.
Yeah.
Shout out to you,
Yeah,
Elvis. Shout out to you, Jaime. Shout out to you, Sergio. All the
Victor
people from Sevilla.
Sevilla's. Yeah, they dropped him off at a McDonald's, and then Luis picked him up, and it was him and some guy named Q. What's Q's name? Oh, Irving. Shout out to Irving Casanova.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, and then my brother got back, and I was like, hey, how was the gig, man? The group was called, what, Jamaicanos or something? And he's like, Jamaicanos, yeah. He's like,
Jamaicanos?
He's like, I made like $400. And I was like, doing what? I don't know, just sitting at restaurants and shit. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, yeah, we play a song. They pay us like $10. We play another song, and then there was no more. We go to another restaurant, and we ended up. They started off like in Imperial, and they ended up in freaking like Brea, or like out in La Habra or wherever. I'm like, what the hell? He's like, yeah, it's a little weird. We've never heard of that before.
Wipa.
Yeah, at that time I never heard of that before, and I was like, that's weird, man. He's like, yeah. So he said if I want to join his group, and I said okay. So that was it. That's how he joined the group, but I never did, because I actually just started my job at Pizza Hut, so delivering pizzas. So one of my best jobs ever. That was cool. But yeah, but I would go ever since then, and I would go whenever if they needed they did chirrin, so I would go if they needed me a couple times here and there. But I never joined the group.
But I kind of thought you did, because I thought you were the first person that actually joined.
Nah, I'm the first person that talked to Luis out of our group, but my brother's the first one that joined, and I kind of joined, but then I didn't join.
You did join because you were there. Like
I was in a couple pictures and stuff, and I did join, but I didn't join because at that time,
first of all,
no, that like that's where I started my whole I don't like being in a grupo commitment thing. Yeah, I was at a I won't get into names, but I was at a gig with Luis and these guys. And we were on like hour 10, 11, whatever. And it was like 7 in the morning. I had a class and it was like finals time. And I had to get to class at Casa Language by 8. And I was all the way like by the West Covina area. And I had to leave the gig. But these fools weren't stopping. Like they were like, nah, you need to keep going. And I was like, well, I can't. I got to go.
I got class.
I gotta go graduate, man. Like I got to go. And Luis was like, no. It's cool. Just go. I'll figure it out. I was like, all right. And then whatever, some shit happened, and I took off. And I told Luis, hey, you know what, dude? Like, I can't do it, dude. Like, I can't play like that. Like, I don't want to do that anymore. I was just starting.
Shit
to,
was sketchy. Or?
It wasn't. No, it was cool, and everybody was cool. It's just, I don't know, dude. That's when I started getting to the point where I'm kind of done. I don't really like doing 10 to 15 hour gigs anymore. Just slaving. It's just a lot, dude. Like, you're playing the same 3x4 beat. It's not fun, dude. And I don't want to do it if it's not fun. That's when music starts becoming a pain in the ass. Is when you don't want to do it anymore. And I don't want something like that to kill my love.
Your
for the
love
drums.
for music.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, there's been times where I'm fucking trying to fucking throw the towel away. Like, just fucking, hey, that's it. Like, but.
Yeah. And no offense to anybody that loves to gig like that. I know a couple musicians that, oh, yeah, I love playing that long. And which is cool. And that's cool. I mean, if you love it, you love it. But I personally, I don't want to do that. It's just too much. It's too long, man. Then we've been to a lot of gigs where, like, unfortunately, it's a lot of batallosos, man. They start drinking and doing all that stuff, and they feel like they control you, like they own you. And I hate that feeling, dude. I don't want to be like that.
Especially the motherfucker that gets drunk and is cashing out.
Yeah, dude.
That motherfucker's not all the time, but in certain occasions they start getting real batallosos.
Yeah, one of the stories my buddy told me, he said that he was at a gig and that guy was refusing to pay because he found out how much that the grupo was making, like whatever, $400 an hour, $500, whatever. And he's like, I can't believe you guys make that much at this age. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, he's like, and then he's like, I want you to guys play more, but half the price. And that fool told him, like, hey, like, nah, we're not even gonna play. He's like, you work? And the guy was like, yeah. He's like, if your job told you to stay, like, overtime, but we're gonna pay you half the price, would you stay? He was like, fuck no. He's like, then how do you expect us to stay?
Yeah.
Like, you expect double time. We're just asking to keep it the same. And that's what I don't understand about clients, dude. It's just, and I mean, that's obviously not all clients, but they expect you to play half the price when you've been playing already 10 hours straight, but yet at their job, they wouldn't stay overtime half the price. You know what I mean?
Have you had those situations?
Yeah, dude. We've come across that a lot. I don't want to be messed up, and I'm gonna admit this because you know what? Yeah, it's happened. But I've actually. You know what?
Tell me a little bit about your nickname, Scary Feet.
Scary Feet. Yeah, I got that from Luis too.
So
the first day I met Luis, so I only talked to him on the phone because of my brother. The first day I met Luis was at Rodeo back in in Pico Rivera. I went to go play there.
Shout out to Rodeo, my dude.
I used to play there a lot.
Según that they were laundering money.
Yeah, I mean I heard stuff, but I don't know for sure.
What club doesn't launder money? You know what I mean? Like,
what restaurant doesn't? Place doesn't. Hey, this is Long Beach. It's expensive, man. You gotta, or this is LA. It's expensive. You gotta do what you gotta do.
I mean, you can't tell me all these clubs report all that bottle money. You know what I mean? Like, you making too much money. I don't think you report all that motherfucker.
On a $25 Bucana, somehow it shoots up to
somehow
$300.
it shows $300, dog, just because you adding a fucking cranberry juice that you get for another $5. Not even that. You gotta buy the real expensive bottle for that one. Like,
yes, I don't drink that. It's too expensive. Too expensive. But if you go to Food for Less, you get it for 2 for $5. So that's cool. I'm just kidding.
Nah, but so how'd you get that?
Yeah, so I showed up and at that time I used double pedal because I was still learning. Yeah, double pedal. As you know, I like rock, so.
That's back when double pedal was still kind of popping. You know what I mean?
I mean, it still is if you listen to rock. Everybody.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't use it anymore. But at the time, I used double pedal because I would do something that I couldn't do with one foot. So, what I was still learning.
During the time.
Yeah, what I was still learning.
During the time, yeah.
So I show up and I'm like, hey, what's up, Luis? I was about to say, like, I'm Dustin. He's like, no. You brought double pedal? And I was like, yeah. Oh, you very scary feet. Okay, you can play with us. I said, oh, all right. Thank you.
You very scary feet.
And then, so ever since then, he called me Scary Feet. I actually do not like feet, so the name stuck. So there you go. I hate feet. I wear socks everywhere. I don't like people seeing my feet. I don't like looking at people's feet.
Okay.
Nothing, dude.
There's a story that I want you to tell me about a sock, but let's
that's what Kevin.
Let's transition into this. So you During that time, you're helping Jamaicanos out. You're gigging with other people.
Yeah, I'm mostly gigging. I'm what you call
Freelancing.
freelancing, which I love the most, because I don't have to. I just go to play. That's
hate
it.
you
I
for
don't.
that.
I don't do
I
anything, man.
hate you
I
for
go.
that.
I play my hours, make my
I
money, and I'm
fucking
out.
hate you for that.
I don't deal with the people. I don't deal with. Hey, you want to play another hour? I ask. When I play with George, hey, are we gonna stay? Yeah. All right. Cool. And then that's it. Or we're not gonna stay. Nope. All right. Pack up and I bounce. And he deals with collecting the money, and I don't do nothing.
No, this dude. Every time I would call him, hey, my boy, I need a drummer.
Where at first?
First of all, where at?
Because anything past, if it's in Riverside and beyond, nah, fuck that. That's too far. I can make the same amount 2 miles away from my house.
He goes, where at? Are we gonna play a long time? What do you mean?
By a long time, I mean 10 plus.
No,
I can do
no.
like 7, 8, 9, whatever.
Bitch,
But
towards
Sounds like I'm
the
reasonable,
towards the
man.
end of your norteño career, you started saying, if it's 6, I kind of don't want to go.
that was recent because of my calf. But other than that, nah. Nah, but also, yeah, I don't want to do 10 plus anymore. That's too long.
He would
That's
tell
too
me. He
much,
would tell
man.
me how many hours you think we're playing. I don't know. The contract's 4 hours.
That's cool.
He goes, you think they'll get more? I'm like,
I never
possibly.
asked that, man. I always ask where at first.
He goes, you think they'll get more? Possibly. I don't want to do 10 hours. I don't want to do 10 hours. Like,
I don't want to do 10 hours. You know what the worst feeling is in the world is? When this fool's like, oh, this is the last hour. Hey, this is the last hour. 6 hours in, and then you see 3 big-ass fools come in with 424 packs. You're like, damn it, this is not the last hour. You lied to me.
es que le quieren seguir, pues.
Nah, but I keep going anyways. I don't complain when I'm at the gig, though, right? If they get more hours, I just keep doing it.
You do complain, bitch, but you just
What
do it.
do I complain?
You just be like, fuck, another hour? I guess.
That's not complaining. I just say, all right, I guess.
No. This is all right, I guess.
No, but you know where I
No,
do complain? No. I'll give you this. Where I do complain is where like, hey, they just want chirin. I
Oh
hate-
no, he's
I don't
out.
like-
He's
I'm
out.
out.
He's
I don't
out.
like chirin, dude.
It's like you guys can play chirines with no tarola. Like, dog, when have you seen a
I don't
chirin
like
with no
playing
tarola?
No offense to the chirinas out there, because I actually think it sounds pretty cool when it's like stand-up bass and stuff. But me personally on the snare
The
doing
tololochi?
chirin, I don't like playing that. It's so boring. I literally anybody could do this. If you want to make like a cool $25 an hour, just do this.
It's more than this.
Well, that's why I said $25 an hour. If you want to make more, you gotta learn the rolls and stuff. But if you want to make quick $20 an hour, you can do it simple.
Well, this is all right, I guess. Right, ready?
I said,
Espérame. All right, I guess. That's normal. But this is all right, I guess. Esa madre te quita like the.
hey, but do I play?
Nah, you play.
There you go. And do I change? Do I play worse? No, I still play the same.
He sounds good. I mean,
Hey, I'll give you. I'll tell you this. I won't play softer. I still play just as loud and just how I've been playing the entire.
I'll give you
Even
that
10,
much.
12 hours in.
But then I turn
still
around
play
and that
the
fool's
same.
looking at me like,
Shit better end.
this shit better end after this one, way.
For your sake, it better end soon.
It better end now.
He was like, I'll beat the shit out of this drum,
I'll-
but it better be for only 20 more minutes.
Well, only in some places, not here.
No.
Yeah. Hey, they're not corrupt to me because every cop that I've run into has actually been pretty cool with me. So that's me though.
Out there.
I see why.
Well, I mean, but I mean,
I don't wanna
let's
say
just
why.
get one thing clear,
Hey,
you know?
I didn't want to say why, but he behind the camera said why.
I look
Everybody
at you.
knows
I
why.
look at you, and I'm like, that motherfucker's dad is a lawyer. I'm not fucking with that fool.
Yeah, man.
So after you get out, you look white as fuck.
That's what it is, man.
All right. So after you get you're done with the whole freelancing thing, you get an opportunity to go with Kevin Ortiz.
Yeah, that actually was a little weird too, cause I posted a video on YouTube, cause I just got a new drum set and my mom got a new camera.
Está presumiendo el vato, but
So I was trying to get cool. It was a nicer video.
it looked legit. Like
It
that
looked
shit-
better. And then I learned the song. I mean, I was learning more, so I posted it, and then that one got a cool amount of views. I wouldn't say a bunch, but it was cool. And at that time, not a lot of people were doing covers like with drums, I guess. and it's I forget his name. They call him Broccoli, El Broccoli. He's in that scene. What was his name? But they call him Broccoli. He messaged me, and he said, "Hey, that's a cool video, man. Thanks, whatever." Yeah, he was with Batson. And then he's like, "It's a cool video." I was like, "Thanks, man." I was like, I just threw out. I was like, "Hey, if you ever need a drummer, let me know. Like, whatever." Because I was freelancing, so I was just working. And then
he didn't even know where the fuck the guy was from. He was just like, if you ever need a drummer,
let me know, man.
Acá en Idaho, a la verga.
Yeah, and then about a month later, a couple weeks later, whatever, I got a random call from Nigel. Nigel.
Shout out to you, compa Nigel.
And he's like, "Hey, they're doing a project for Kevin Ortiz. It's Gerardo's little brother." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I've heard of him." He's like, "Yeah, they're actually putting a grupo together because they want him to start touring and stuff. He's coming out with a CD." And I was like, "All right." He's like, "Yeah, you want to come try out?" And I was like, "All right, cool. I'm not doing nothing, so I'll go." So I actually I took this one too. I went to the tryout, and it was Bobby, Junior, Kiki, and me.
Shout out to you guys,
Yeah,
man.
those brothers for life, man.
Shout out to you guys,
You,
compa Kiki, compa Bobby, Junior, Musicos.
Yeah, those guys.
All from Paramount.
Yeah. Hey, Paramount.
Shout out to all the people from Paramount. Yeah, motherfuckers.
Paramount have a lot of musicals, man. That's
Yeah.
what I learned about.
Yeah, motherfuckers is doing it.
But yeah, so I went to try out. Oh yeah, I was getting more beer. Oh, oh my bad.
Gio te va a regañar, güey.
I was like, damn, did I do something wrong? Like, shit. No, but yeah, I went to try out, and
Thank you.
I thought there was gonna be like, multiple bass players, multiple drummers, whatever. No, it was just us four.
Oh, you thought it was gonna be like
Like a
some-
tryout,
like the shit you see on TV, like movies and shit.
Yeah, well, that's what that's what I've always seen.
Mexican Idol.
Mexican Idol. I thought it was gonna be Mexican Idol.
Mexican Idol.
All these tryouts, you're not worthy. Oh, my bad. But yeah, no. But it was actually cool.
You took longer armando la pila than you fucking.
Now we jammed out a few songs, and then funny story is later the guys told me, I guess Junior and Bobby told me that when I went to try out, they were like, "Man, I don't know about that drummer. Like, he doesn't have the base, this and then." I was like, "Damn!" Like, this was later, like down the year, but yeah. And then we played, and then we went to go eat after. Me, Caesar, shout out to Caesar Ortiz, my brother, and Nigel. And then they were like, "Well, yeah, if you want the gig, it's yours, man." I was like, "Cool, yeah. I mean, I'll take it." And then us four ended up being the four that were in the group.
Y se armaron.
Yeah, that's when it got.
Chingón,
That's when the
dude.
music got pretty serious, I guess. For me personally, in the drumming.
You guys, fuck. I would see you guys post videos and shit like that. You guys were another level.
Yeah,
I mean, not. I mean, just geeky on fucking accordion is
and then
legit.
we were all. I mean, I think the more advanced ones at the time were Junior and Bobby, because they had already been around the scene, and I've never done anything like that. And Kiki, I don't think he's ever done anything. Kiki was 16 at the time or whatever. And yeah, we just started playing, and then I also got early.
I think he had some timing issues during that time.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Early on, I was still using double pedal, right? I couldn't get the thing, but Cesar Ortiz, who was a drummer also for Regular for a while, he really showed me like a lot of stuff you can do with double, you can do single. So it's just I listened to a lot of rock, so everybody used double.
Yeah.
So when I went to Norteño, I just kind of took it with me. But I switched over to single pedal, and I forced myself. Like, I would sit in my room and just get it and do it until I got it.
That's
And
how you started fucking up your ankle.
yeah, and then yeah, probably, man. But Caesar, he's the one that really showed me a lot of the drummers like that they look up to, and like they showed me a lot of stuff where I really got in at that. That's when I really got into the Grupo Signo.
Yeah,
because Junior. I mean, I'm not a big fan of their style of music, but musicianship, they're probably one of my favorites to watch.
You don't like their style? You don't like Signal?
Not the music, like I don't know how to like musician wise. I love watching them. I love how they play. I love how they put together the songs and all that. But like, I wouldn't bump it. Like,
Don't be
I'm like, oh
disrespecting
man, this
my
is
boy
my favorite
Jesse
song.
Tucker like that, my boy.
No, man, dude, they're musician wise. They're probably my top grupo to watch musician wise and hear, and just because of the stuff they do, like you can really.
But it's not like I'm gonna be bumping this fool on the weekend. Like,
Nah, yeah, I won't.
well, I mean,
I bump them because I listen to how they play, but I'm not bumping them pulling up next to Ryan or like on my. You know.
I'm not bumping up crying to their songs.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. Yeah, it's not my style of music, but it's weird. Musician wise, I listen to them all the time. Where like to hear how the stuff that
Oh,
they're
that
doing.
shit is ridiculous. Their en vivo
Dude,
disco is
their en vivo
fucking
one, and if you really
crazy.
pay attention to their en vivo one, every song, half the song is they play it a certain way, and then the second half of the song they like throw in like
Some
it's all
rock
the same.
shit.
It's all the same timing, all the same time signatures, but they'll throw in like quadruplets with triplets, and they're all doing arreglos, but in the same timing, but different from the first half, which is freaking crazy.
Stupendous.
That's where I
don't
really
know.
got into them and like Intocable, and because Bobby and Junior, they really love those guys, so that's where I really started paying attention a lot to them. And yeah, and then Caesar, he would send me like, hey, check out this guy, and then he told me, hey, your timing's like a little off, like the metronome and stuff, dude. I've never listened to metronome up until that time, and then I was like, metronome, like who the hell plays the like? To me, I was like, who the hell
plays the metronome? Wait.
to metronome like on their free time? Like I like playing. I put music on the thing and I play to it. But again, I was like I said, I started late, 18. I started playing drums
Very
late, very late,
close-minded
man.
to shit, no?
Or
very.
it's not even closed-minded because I was very open-minded. Nobody ever showed me, man. I'm a self-taught. No knowledge. Me and my brother are literally self-taught. Like everything I learned is I taught myself, basically.
Your brother is sick as fuck.
Yeah, he's good. He's self-taught also, man. He's self-taught. We're both self-taught. So everything we know, we kind of taught ourselves, or like influences from other places. But yeah, he's like, hey, you know what? Like, you really got to buckle down the metronome. So I would say for almost a month straight, I literally went to bed with headphones and the metronome, just different timing. I would go
Just
to bed
stuck
and
in
it
your
would
head and
literally, and I'd go to sleep.
That sounds
And
like
then-
some fucking Michael Myers shit, dog. I don't know. I'd be scared as fuck to go to sleep like that.
Hey,
Just-
for real. And then, and he told me the trick is play to the metronome super slow, like as slow as slow. He's like, the slower, the harder.
I think I have a problem with that shit legitly. Like,
I mean, we're not robots. You're never gonna be perfect, other than Aron, because there's a story there too that's freaking crazy. But
who?
bass player Aron, the bass player.
I don't feel the bass.
Yeah, we had gone. Me and Junior went to his house one time just to. He was gonna teach Junior some like warm ups or how
Yeah.
to like practice this just exercises on the bass.
Exercise, okay.
And then we went and he was playing and he had the metronome on. And he was like, yeah, just like he was doing the metronome. He was playing to it. And he was doing some crazy adorno, whatever, like
On time.
And then he got a phone call. And he's like, oh, he was still talking to us, playing. The phone call ended, and the thing came on and he was still on time. And I was like, what
the fuck is up with this guy?
I was like, this was a robot. I'm never going to be at that level. But,
No, it's I don't feel the bass. Shout out to you, compa. Hopefully you
that was funny. That was
come on the podcast.
me and Junior, we let each other like, yeah, we're freaking
You were
cockroaches. We
looking
don't
at
know
it-
crap about music. What
You're
are we
looking
doing
at the fool
here?
like, hey, what's up with your boy, my dude?
I was like, hey, we don't know nothing about music, man. We need to go back and start from scratch. But yeah, ever since, I would literally drive down the street with the metronome on, not even listening to music for like almost a month.
It sucked rolling with him.
Yeah, for around that time. Yeah, you don't roll with me around that time. Hey, but now my timing is
Hey, you got
a lot better.
you got
Nah.
another fucking
Sure.
song that
I
doesn't
would-
go doot.
I switched it to the 2/4.
Neta, you were dipping like that?
Yeah.
Everywhere.
I mean, I wasn't bumping it out, but yeah, I was dipping like that.
I wasn't bumping it loud. Motherfuckers thinking all crazy. Huh?
Yeah, but
Imagine pulling up to somebody
I-
next to. Imagine pulling up in your car way, and then somebody next to you is like, doot.
No, but like everything, I really
Fucking got the Chavo del Ocho theme song. This bitch, what's going on?
I really listened to what like Junior and Bobby and Caesar said, because I really took it to heart, because I just wanted to be as best as I can on the drums. I didn't want to be the weak link in that group. Like, I just didn't want to be that guy like, oh, we can't do it because he doesn't know.
That's hard, dude, because that was a good ass group.
Yeah. What also happened? So around that time, obviously, I don't think I was at their level, but I think I got up there with time. And then once we all were kind of at a similar level, it's like we were pushing each other. So like, and we didn't care. Like, like we had that bond and that open mind, where I would do something, or Bobby would do something, or Junior or Kiki. He's like, hey, I got this arreglo, and it's freaking bad, and we'd do it, and we'd be like, hey, that shit sounds whack.
That shit's trash.
That
shit's
he'll be
trash,
like,
my
damn. But we wouldn't stop. Like, we wouldn't stop. Be like, hey, well, what do you got? I got this. Nah, that's whack. Hey, what do you got? I got this. Oh, that sounds cool. Oh, you know what? Maybe that last piece of that whack part with this piece, it's gonna sound sick. So it's more like it might sound whack, but say it anyways, because that whack piece might give this guy an idea. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So like that's where I became real open and who
real
cares
open, real creative.
Yeah, because if whatever I do might be whack, but just because I hit the pedal this way, Junior's like, hey, like it gave him an idea on the bass. So luckily I did my whack part, gave him an idea. Or luckily he did his whack part and I'm like, hey, well, maybe you could flip it and then we can do it this way.
Just be open-minded to...
Yeah. I mean, but we all had that like camaraderie where we would talk shit and like it was just that way. But we all, I mean, it was a fun time. But
so I'm assuming the way you're saying stuff, Kevin wasn't really around much.
So usually we would practice twice a week, and Kevin was usually at those practices twice a week. But like I said, music-wise, I don't know. It's like we just all wanted to sound. Like I said, we got really into Intocable, like the little adornos they do all together, Signal, the stuff that they do, and we just wanted to be as close as we can to that, like not copying them, but like acoplado.
Yeah.
So, no joke.
That's the first Spanish word he said on this whole fucking...
Spanish, yo sabo boy.
Just
kidding. I do speak Spanish on my job, so I cool. But
disculpe, usted no va a calificar para ese programa.
I do speak Spanish, but it has a big accent. But hey, it is what it is.
He's one of them yo no sabos.
Hey man, but I play norteño, so there it is. It's a weird.
I guess that kind of
weird world, man.
That makes up. You're not rocking no tejanas, but it kind of makes up a little bit.
Nah, I don't do tejanas, man, or botas.
It sounds good. No, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think. Hey, I'm not the best drummer. I don't even like. There's a bunch of drummers that are way better than me, like 10 times better than me. But the way I play is the way I can't really change the way I play. I mean, I guess I could, but I like the way I play norteño, and it's very. But I play to the song, so if Centenario comes on, I'm not gonna be doing triplets off the bat. I'm gonna kind of play it simple.
People don't know what the fuck triplets are, bro, and those people are me.
Okay, like if you play Centenario, you're not gonna be boom, 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 slapping the bass and stuff on Centenario.
Nah, I'm not going
All right,
to.
but why?
Because I'm gonna bring out the Torolochi.
Nah, but like I play to the song, so
Yeah.
If it's an old school song, it sounds weird, but I'm kind of gonna respect the song and I'm gonna play very basse and.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
Like, or I'm not like if I ever play with the grupo for the first time, I'm playing pretty simple because I don't.
You don't know how the fuck the bass player rolls.
Not only that, I don't like. Yeah, we've never played together.
What if I try to do some adorno and shit?
Yeah, I never played with these people before. I've never played with this grupo before, and we're playing at a party that they're paying $400 an hour. I don't want to sound like crap, and they're like, "Why do we pay this group $400?"
Yeah,
so I'm gonna play simple and very.
No, just like.
I'm gonna play very simple and base until like we each like so that way they can follow me because as you know the drums are kind of like the backbone. So if I play the song how everybody kind of knows it, it's kind of like a free will for the sexteto and bass and accordion.
There he goes feeling important again.
I'm not important, man.
Look at that fool.
I'm in the back.
It's because the drummer's
this is what
the
I wear.
backbone.
Hey, this is what I wear.
You heard
gig,
that
man.
subtle flex?
No.
The drums is the backbone of the whole agrupación.
Hey.
Like, even if I'm gonna help you out,
Hey.
I determine what the fuck goes on. That's all the drummers, güey. Siempre han sido así, güey. Siempre.
But why? Because it's the loudest. So when we mess up, you hear us mess up.
Oh no, we trust me. We look back like.
Yep. And I don't want to mess up.
We look back like, hey, dog, why you fucking up? I know what the fuck that.
Exactly, but like the sexteto messes up, accordion, bass.
Simple. It's just
Yeah, I mean,
so
bass you can hear too, but yeah, those two.
The
If you
drums
mess
is
up,
crucial.
you start the song wrong. Everybody's like, "What the heck?" You end the song wrong. So, if I've never played with a grupo, I'm gonna kind of keep it simple. I don't want it to sound like crap. So, yeah.
when you were playing with Zitro, Kevin Ortiz's agrupación.
Yeah.
There's a funny story that we spoke a little bit off air, and I kind of wanted to bring up. There's a sock situation, and
Well, my special socks, these ones.
special socks, and there's a getting chased one.
Oh yeah.
So, what you want to talk about first?
No, we'll talk
I wanna
about,
talk
we'll
about the
talk about
sock.
the sock one.
Yeah, we talk
so,
about the sock.
as you know, musicians, we go everywhere. And if you're touring United States or whatever, you kind of just got to go with the flow. There's no pickiness here, man.
He's trying to sound so like he's trying to sound like I had to do it.
I had to do it, all right? There's no pickiness here. Now, we actually went to Texas, and we used to go roll in an RV. It was actually Hedda's RV, so if he didn't use it, we got the privilege to use it.
I mean, that's a privilege of being the little
It's
brother.
a privilege. It's also a blessing and a curse at the same time. Which
Explain a little bit of that.
what do you want me to tell the sock one? Or you want to explain that?
Okay, tell us.
All right, so we went to go play. I want to say McAllen, Texas. It's where they do a lot of the off-roading, the four-wheelers and stuff.
Oh,
like
okay,
that.
okay.
This place we went to, they do a show there. They have like acres and acres of land, and they do a show. Like they'll do off-roading, which cool. They lend us like a couple four-wheelers, and we got to do it. And then we hung out at the RV. There's no hotel or anything around there, so we were hanging in the RV. Like we lit, and then we changed. We ate there. Everything was there. I ate a crap ton of tacos, a lot of hot sauce and stuff. So I had to take a crap.
Hold on. Hot sauce does not go with you.
Oh, I love chile, man. Chile is not a big fan of me, but I still eat it. I love chile.
Whoa.
This is why chile is not a big fan of me. So freaking eating the tacos.
What kind of chili? Dog, you just saying it the whole time. You're just saying that. I love chile. Though. I love chile. It's not a big fan of me, but I love it.
Yeah.
This is why I eat it. No mames.
No, but I went to I had to use the restroom, man, as every human does. I had to
Where?
go numero dos. We couldn't go in the RV because they told us if there's restrooms, use the restroom or a porta potty. Don't use the RV because we're responsible for emptying that out. So at all costs, we'd never use the RV because we didn't want to empty it out.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to empty out the shit of the RV.
Septic tank.
Yeah, so we didn't want to do that, so we never did. We never used it in there. But there was porta potties. I had to go so bad, man, and I went in the porta potty, and it was disgusting, dude. Like, the porta potty was gross. I literally had to step on top of the toilet and, like, kind of squat.
Oh, fuck. You busted a fucking old Indian style
I had
fucking
to
squat.
go, dude. There's no toilet paper in there, dude. And all I had I just used my socks. So, and then, hey, it was literally 5 minutes before the gig. 5 minutes. I went from the porta potty sockless to the drums to play that gig.
Imagine putting up to the gig and one of your foot is cold, because you got no fucking sock.
Yeah, that's probably the most embarrassing thing that's happened to me. But like nobody really knew, but yeah, it was pretty gross. But and then
Did you throw the sock away or did you go wash
nah,
it?
man, I threw that thing away. I was sockless for like a day, that rest of the day. But yeah, that was the most embarrassing thing.
Oh my god. And what's up with the story that you guys got chased?
Oh yeah, that was kind of funny. We were playing in Sonora, and after the gig, Mexico it's a little different. It's different. It's a lot more fun to play. The crowd gets super into it. But yeah, after the gig, we were getting chased by a car. We were running red lights, and they were running red lights. We weren't sure if it's Mexico. You don't know if you're getting chased by crazy fans or if you're getting chased by like people that don't like you, that don't care for you
don't
very
want
much.
you there.
So we didn't know. I mean, obviously nobody knows. So I'm nervous, and Junior's nervous, and we're freaking cracking up because we're nervous.
But I mean, especially after the whole situation where Gerardo Ortiz,
Yeah, exactly.
got shot up. Like you're in Mexico, dog. You don't know what the deal is. Like,
Yeah, and then most places are very chill and very pretty calm. It's just a different vibe out there. Like we're actually playing at a gig one time, and they shot in the place we were playing at, but like nobody flinched, because they were just shooting like in the air and stuff, you know.
oh, okay.
And
But they were so used to it. They were like, oh,
I want to say, yeah, I guess like people can tell when it's shooting because
they're happy.
they're happy, or shooting because they're shooting at you. I don't know. But
Or
yeah,
shooting because they're mad.
yeah. So yeah, they told us that they shot at that one, and that, I mean, we still played, but it was like, again, they were shooting in the air because of the music and stuff.
Bro,
But
let me find out they were like, con la escuadra.
Nah. I don't. But yeah, we got
That was an accident video, by the way.
that video happened because I told us, well, you should do this to this song. I was telling you the song.
Yeah, but we were trying to do like we were trying to see how it was in slow motion on
Yeah.
the phone, and then these motherfuckers put it out. I was like, what the fuck? Why'd you put it out?
Because it was funny. Nah, but yeah. Nah, but after some of that, we got chased by a car, and I mean, we don't know if it was fans or, I'm pretty sure it was fans because nothing happened, but because usually in Mexico, if they want it to happen, they make it happen, you know. So we got to the hotel, and they were like, hey, just get off the van and go straight to the room, like, don't come out. And we were like, oh damn, this is for real, you know. Like, we got off the van, one by one, we just jumped out and like we took off to the hotel room. I don't know if it was Kiki or Bobby, I don't remember, but one of them got out of the van, and I think it was a sliding door, so they messed the door. And compa Mr. Andy, shout out to Mr. Andy, he fell out of the van and like landed wrong on his ankle. We thought he just fell, whatever. We like literally you passed him and went to the hotel, and then turns out he shattered his ankle. And we were like, no way, like from that, like that's crazy.
You fragile mother. No, look at that.
Yeah, he shattered his ankle, dude, and we were like, damn, that sucks. Like, what's gonna happen? And they told us, well, we're just gonna fly back, but he's gonna have to stay. So he stayed, like, to get the
Yeah, I
ankle
fucking
thing.
ditched him.
It wasn't me, man. I wasn't part of that decision making, but yeah.
And for the people that didn't know what the fuck we were talking about for the Escuadra y con el cuerno, my boy Ryan.
Yeah, my brother Ryan.
Unfortunately.
Fortunately, he did a video where he's Is there any way you guys can send it to us?
You can insert that. If you find it, you can insert it.
No,
I have it saved on my
you have it saved.
Instagram, yeah.
Hilarious. It's just.
It's stupid.
It's
but
stupid.
funny,
It's stupid.
man.
Let's just go on
And-
a limb and say it's
Hold on.
stupid.
Funny thing is, people get that one wrong. Is that they think he's doing gunshots, but he was actually mimicking a drummer. So
For half of it.
yeah, for half of it, and then like that's how it started, was mimicking the drummer, where he's doing this. It's not a gun. He's flipping the stick, and then he's doing.
Yeah, if people thought I was like fucking licking vagina. I was like, nah, I was flipping the drumstick.
Yeah, he was mimicking a drummer, and then got into the whole.
Okay, well, what drum were you guys mimicking?
He was mimicking me. I'm just kidding. He was making fun of me, like always, man. I'm just kidding.
But honestly, that was an I don't have a mic, but that was an accidental video because they were like, oh, let's try this slow motion shit on the iPhone.
Yeah.
I guess they were all into the fucking slow motion shit, and he was like, do something stupid. And
Naturally, he
Naturally.
goes. Naturally, he goes. Do something stupid. Ryan goes. Okay.
so I was like, all right, well, between him and all my homies, I always do stupid shit. So I was like, well, just put a fucking song on and I'll do something stupid. All right, so Dustin chose the song, and it was that one.
Why you gotta choose that one?
Because it's funny.
And I was like, that's the good one because they do the gunshot.
Yeah, that's
shit.
why. Because
So then we fucking did that shit, whatever. And then the next thing you know, they fucking put it out to the public. And I was like, well, fuck you guys. I look stupid as hell.
Yeah, you
And
did.
then, like,
A little bit. Yeah.
But it was funny, though.
My homie works at Supermax. I go there, and these fools are like, hey, the cook said that you look familiar.
That shit went viral. Man.
I was like, God damn it, man. Like, it
Yeah.
was never meant to be like a funny.
it was to try out. It was to try out some phone thing. That was, but I guess so.
It's so crazy how like some little shit like that can fucking.
It's when you're not trying that it happens. But yeah, that was the stuff that happened in Mexico. But I love playing in Mexico, man. It was fun. But we used to practice a crap ton with that group. Like, no joke. You can ask Kiki, Bobby, and Junior. We literally practiced Monday through Friday, sometimes from 10 in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, practicing. It got to the point where me and Junior can play the song together without
fucking up.
anybody else. We could play it on metronome. We could play it. We even got to the point where we started doing metronome like on an offbeat, like where you're not playing on the 1, you're playing like on the 2, or you start on the 2, and just so you can kind of try to make yourself. With music, you gotta keep challenging yourself, because if you don't challenge yourself, you're not gonna learn anything new. So with those guys, I give it up to them for me, because of them, I learned a lot in the drums. And
shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to you guys, Junior, compa Bobby.
Yeah, I mean, I don't talk to them as much anymore, just because I live in Long Beach and they live in Paramount, and obviously I have my family and stuff, and we went kind of separate ways. But whenever I see them randomly, it's like we were just together yesterday, like just on the road yesterday. It's kind of like whenever you go touring like that with a group of people, you kind of create a bond that kind of lasts forever and stuff. So it's kind of cool. I mean, we're all, and it's weird because we're the most randomest group of people. Like, you got me, we all have nicknames for each other. You got like Bipolar Bobs. You got Junebug.
Okay.
You got Kiki Cakes because of his hips, and you got Awkward Dustin. They used to make fun of me a lot because how awkward I am.
You are an awkward.
I'm an awkward ass, man. I'm awkward as hell. There was one time where Bobby was in the hospital for something. I forgot what it was, but I went to visit him. And they started laughing because we went to visit. I was like, hey, you cool? Like, whatever. Just how you visit somebody in the hospital. And then I was like, all right, Bobby, I got to go, dude. And he's like, all right, man, I love you, bro. And I was like, yeah, love you too, man. And I could hear them laughing in the room. But yeah, man. Yeah, that was that group, man. That was probably one of the funnest times. And one of the times that I learned a lot about drumming and stuff, so.
So, bro, you transitioned from norteño to
rock, I guess. Well, I
It's
listen
like-
to a lot of rock.
Do you consider it rock though?
I don't know what it is, man. So, okay,
Is it like an alternative of rock?
So,
and
what happened was, after the Kevin thing, me, Junior, Bobby, and Kiki, we wanted to start a grupo but Intocable style, right? But that never happened. And I was like, man, I just want to do something new. I don't want to do norteño anymore. I just wanted to do something different. I just wanted to play rock, to tell you the truth, because I listen to a lot of rock. One of my favorite bands is actually Rage Against the Machine. I listen to a lot of psychobilly, but since I was a kid, it's always been kind of Rage Against the Machine. So I talked to my brother. I was like, hey, we should do a band, like a cover band of Rage or something. I don't know, do something different.
during that time, he was still with Jamaicanos, no?
Were you?
I think I was out.
No, he had
I
already
was out
gotten out.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, because he actually had bought a bass. So our plan was, I'm going to do drums. He's going to transition over to bass in the rock band. I was going to hit up my homie Alex. Jose is Jose and Jose. Shout out to him.
Okay, first of all, my boy, Jose is Jose and Jose.
He's a genius.
One of the most
My
talented
boy
musicians
is
I've
one
ever
of
met
the
in my life.
most talented. And during the time that
During Kevin, I went to a jam out with some guys named, they're in a group called J4. And that's where I met Alex. I played the drums. He liked how I played. I saw him in on sex. I was like, dude, you're a freaking genius. I don't know how you're playing like that.
this dude is ridiculous. Like,
So, yeah, kind of overlapping. Kind of at the end of Kevin,
yeah,
Bobby got out. He was the first one to leave the group.
didn't I refer him to go with you?
Who?
Jose
Well,
is Jose.
I met Jose because of you at a jam out. I met Jose at J4, and then I talked to Jose at one of the jam outs you had here, where I
Yeah,
got to know him more.
But I had told him when Bobby had got out, I had referred him over so he can join you guys. I don't know if it was to join you guys or to join.
No, because Bobby had got out and we needed a sextero, and I just kind of went through my phone and I saw him. So that might have been somebody else.
Maybe I
'Cause I hit up-
that. I don't remember.
Because I had already been talking to him. And I hit him up. And I was like, hey, well, first my brother. And then because he always would come kick it, so he knew the songs and he covered for a little bit, but he didn't want to do all of that.
Commitment
They
shit.
fucking threw me in the back of the van,
Oh yeah.
and I said, "This is how you're gonna convince someone to get into your fucking group."
Yeah.
You throw me in the back of
We're-
the van. I was fucking like squished as fuck. I said, "Hell no, I ain't down for this shit."
So he wasn't down. But I got to give it to like the whole Ortiz thing. They did treat us very well.
Why you lying, my boy?
I'm not. No, I'm actually
Nah,
not
nah,
lying,
nah.
dude. It's just
Why you lying, my boy?
It is true they did.
they did, man.
treat
Like
us well.
they paid.
It was just more of talking shit to my brother.
It was more of a like it just kind of slowed down a little bit, and or maybe like it kind of slowed down, and we were kind of over it because Bobby had got out, and it just wasn't the same. You kind of build a bond,
Yeah.
and you can like what I tell everybody, you can have all the most talented musicians together in a band, but if you don't have that chemistry, it's gonna sound like shit.
Yeah.
So without Bobby, it just wasn't the same. Yeah, but I mean, everywhere we went, they paid for everything. They paid for our flights, our food. I mean, I've heard of other grupos getting paid the same or less, and they had to pay for their own food. We never had that problem.
Yeah.
So we were treated pretty well. But yeah, once Bobby left, it just wasn't the same. Like you just kind of build a bond, and me and Junior were talking about getting out. So I hit up that guy Alex to join the band, and they liked how he played, and they told me, hey, well, let him know if he wants to play. And then Alex was like, well, are you and Junior getting out? Because that's kind of the only reason I'm getting in is because of the grupo. I'm like, well, yeah, we're planning on getting out. And he's like, well, I'm not going to. He didn't do it because it wasn't going to be the same
He was
grupo.
like, I'm not even gonna fucking join it.
So, because Alex is like that too. He's very into how the music sounds, not so much of the fame or
And
I
that
guess if you
dude,
call it
that
fame. We're
dude
just
Alex is fucking stupendous. Let me just say it again. This dude plays
everything.
guitar,
Drums.
piano, drums, fucking ukulele, fucking requinto.
He can sing.
He can fucking sing. He can segundear. This-
Yeah, try singing and playing the guitar in front of him.
Yeah.
I shit my pants.
Yeah, I
Yes,
don't do that. My dude is just
He's
stupendous.
He's just one of those musicians where he's just all around. He has
all
a
around,
family of
naturally
musicians
gifted.
too, and
He knows his shit.
yeah. So he I after we got out, I hit up Alex and I told Bobby, hey, we should start like a band. So I told Bobby, hey, why don't you sing in the band and have this fool play bass and Alex on the guitar. So we did one practice and we did a Sublime Santeria. We did the cover song.
Oh, I think it was like Date Rape.
Yeah, it was something like Date Rape or some one of those songs, and it came out cool. But I don't know, we
That
were
we're
like
killing it.
we were
It was like, okay, all right, see you next time.
yeah. See,
And
next
we
time
just
we
didn't
just
hit
never
each other.
yeah we just never did it. We just never came to because I think this fool wasn't really feeling like he wanted to play guitar, and I was like, well, I don't know. And then like I would say maybe a year almost passed, and my brother showed me a song, and I was like, hey, like you wrote that? He's like, yeah, I wrote it. And I was like, you should really try to write a song and let's do a band. Like, I was like, or we don't do a band, let's just take a demo. Like, I just want to hear what we sound like playing rock. And our plan was to do a Rage Against the Machine style band, like mosh pit, and then I'll be hype up the crowd. That's not what came out at all. It's something completely different.
Well, what came out was Rome Apart.
Roam Apart. Yeah, that's our band. I hit up Alex because he was playing bass for a group.
Okay, but here's my thing. This dude has like 3 Instagrams.
Yes.
Jose is Jose and Jose.
And then Alex is
They're all
Alex
good.
and Alex.
Alex and Alex is Alex.
They're all good Instagrams.
Yeah, so one is like his Instagram, and he told me he did the Alex one for just music.
Yeah.
He was gonna do music, but yeah, he did the bass, and we hit him up. Hey, you want to record on this? We're trying to do a demo. You want to come practice? We could say, yeah, man, I'll do it. Like he said, he loved playing with us. So, and obviously, shit, if he could play with us, that's the best. Because obviously, you know, Alex, he's all around. He's one of the best. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised he's not up there like playing with anybody else. Because that guy is. But he loves how we play, so that works for us. So
I think
We-
he's just very
I think he played with Bandera Verde.
now,
Norteño.
right now, he's playing with his own grupo, and he was playing with Los Consentidos or something before.
Yeah, but I say I think because I just looked it up on his page right now.
maybe I don't know.
Like, Bandera Verde.
Maybe.
Oh, actually, yes, because
We don't
I'm
talk
tripping.
with Alex. We don't talk personal shit like that at all. Like it's fucking weird. Like we're all close, but we don't talk personal shit. Like he's going out to some birthday shit for himself this week, and like he didn't invite us or anything, but it's just like that. Like I don't know, he has his own group of people, and we have our own group of people.
yeah. But like
we
we're
get
super
together
cool.
for our band. Yeah.
And I no, but like we're super. I even invite him. Like I think I went to go see Prophets of Rage, and I invited him, and we went to the show, and like we're really cool. Yeah, but for the I hit him up to play, and then we actually came out with the song the first day we played. And I mean, it's not the best song, but the chemistry was there.
Dude, I love your whole fucking album that you guys brought out. Like,
And it's a demo.
Thank you.
It's
the little
songs.
demo. Sorry, the little demo you guys sent me.
Yeah.
Shit is
Well,
bad.
thank you, man. Thanks. It's.
We're gonna put the link in the. Hey, I swear to you, Gio. Ever since I found out you can do that shit, I'm gonna keep doing that shit. I'm gonna abuse that shit. I'm be like,
Yeah. So
Wait for a new link.
yeah, new link. But we do got Instagram, and we do got I have it on YouTube and all that stuff. But we have
please
a website,
follow
Roma Park.
Roma Park.
Yeah, we played for a year with no name, just playing songs. We just loved to get together and play. There was no band in mind, nothing. We just wanted to do the demo. And then one day Alex was like, so is this like a band? Or Ryan was like, is this a band? I don't know who said it, but we're like, well, I'm down if you guys are down. And yeah, and so we just started doing that. And that's how the demo kind of came out. And we didn't have a name. And I don't know, did you come up with a name?
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
I'll take credit for that one.
What the fuck? Like,
It's the most stupidest
Way to
shit
come up
ever.
with the name. But basically, our last name is Roman, and his last name is Bonaparte. So we just took Rome
well,
apart.
that is.
Yeah,
That is.
And literally, we were like, we could just use that for now until we come up with the name. And
But
just
then we
kinda
liked
stayed.
it, and
It just kind of
we
stuck.
did the logo, and everyone kind of liked it. So we fuck it.
I mean, it's a good fucking name, Roma
Yeah.
Park. I
So-
mean,
Sounds very like classic.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I appreciate that.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
worked very hard to come up with that name.
no, you fucking did it. No, you fucking did
It was very much an accident.
it. Let's just talk about we gotta be out of here real quick.
Yeah.
But there's a couple things I want to talk to you about your band and the differences between playing in a norteño and playing with a rock alternative, whatever the fuck it is you want to call your band.
It's a mix. I tell people it's a mix of rock, ska, punk, Spanish rock. If you like Spanish rock, this is like similar Spanish rock in English, but a little bit more hardcore. Sometimes a little bit surfy.
Okay, I'm not gonna say all that. Let's just say your
I
alternative
did,
band.
and that's what the category is. And
Okay, I'll just say alternative band.
There you
so,
go. That's
So the differences between your alternative band and Grupo Norteño.
yeah,
I don't want to put it out like this, but there's a lot. There's like to gig on the weekends,
Mhm.
playing in an alternative band like you have, doesn't generate the same amount of money as you were to be playing in a Grupo Norteño.
no, it does not. Actually, we spend more on this band than I do in norteño. I make money with norteño and I lose money with the rock band. But I love the rock band a lot more than I like. I mean, I love playing norteño. I mean, I wouldn't play norteño if I didn't like playing norteño. But it's just this is so much more free for me.
Yeah.
Because with norteño, there's literally only like 6 beats you do, and it's like bolero, chicoteada, corrido, 2/4, whatever, which is all cool. Cumbia, my favorite is bolero, obviously.
Yeah.
But you can change each song of norteño, but it has to kind of fit within that framework of those 6 beats.
Yeah.
So when you go to a gig, it's like you can freelance. That's how norteño you can freelance because they're like, hey, it's a bolero, okay, and you kind of know if you know music how it's gonna end, where it's gonna go, the segunda, and all that stuff, and
If you know the damn song.
if you know the song. But even if you don't know the song, you can kind of tell. Okay, he's on the primera. It's gonna jump to segunda. It might go to menor from here or tercera, whatever. You kind of know. Not that I mean, people love playing norteño and they come up with their own stuff, which is cool. But for me, it just felt very confining for me because I hear a lot of rock and there's literally no rules to that genre of music. But it's kind of weird. I have this battle because with norteño, that's what you love about norteño is the rules.
Yeah.
Because you want to sound clean and those rules keep you clean.
You want to sound professional.
And in rock, you want to sound clean, but what keeps you clean also is the freedom that you have to be different. So that's the hard part.
Well,
But yeah, I lose money with the band but you gotta. It's a little different. Where norteño, they pay you for the gig.
yeah.
Over here, you pay to play. So
Yeah.
I had one of our gigs. We had to buy 40 tickets, which is $5 a piece. So we had to pay $200 for the tickets, and it's up to you if you want to sell the tickets, give them away, would make a profit. But yeah, that's how you do it, basically.
It's just so crazy. Like I have a lot of buddies that play this different type of music as to norteño. So every time we talk about, oh, you know, we had a gig at this bar and this, like they'll tell me like, oh, I gigged at this bar. We played for like 30, like no, I was about to say 30 hours. What the
Nah,
fuck?
it's only an hour set or 2 hours.
I had a 3-hour set.
Yeah.
At a bar. They go, I had a 3-hour set at a bar. It was pretty cool, you know. I made some money, blah blah,
Yeah.
and I'd be like, oh, you know, like, ¿cuánto hiciste?
You
Lo
got
que
personal,
sea.
huh?
Nah, well, I mean, they're just homies, you know what I mean?
money do you have?
No, they're just homies, wait.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's just like, oh yeah, you know how much you make the other night? He'll be like, oh, I made like $80.
Yeah, that won't fly in norteño, man.
Yeah, I looked at that for like, why? You know,
Because you love it, man.
but I know I understand.
Valiste verga.
No, but like I get it, you know, I understand it, you know,
Yeah.
like you love playing the music, but it's just like all the time that you've invested
Yeah.
going to the gig, setting up, you yourself as
Yeah.
a drummer know how hard it is. You know what I mean?
Which is weird because at a norteño gig where I'm getting paid to play, I hate setting up. But if I get a bar gig with our band, I don't mind it at all.
That's weird.
It's weird, but it's because right now what I love doing is doing that rock.
But
thing.
you're more comfortable right now.
There's actually a very big misconception about that. I actually started playing norteño first before rock.
But I mean, like, you're not necessarily more comfortable, but you're like more excited to play.
Oh yeah, but just because it's a different vibe, man. And with rock, it's different because with norteño, you kind of feel the crowd out and you play what they like. And if you see them dancing here, you play that type of music.
Yeah.
They're dancing to corrido, you play more corrido. They're dancing to cumbia, you play more cumbia.
Yeah.
Rock, that goes out the door. You got to get the crowd into it. So
Oh,
the
okay,
way
okay.
the crowd can tell when you're feeling it or not feeling it. So if they look at you and you're not into it, they're not going to be into it. If they look at you and you're into it, and they're going to get into it. So, I mean, obviously you have to have good music and sound good. We practice all the time, and I think we're pretty acoplado.
You guys
with
are
our
solid.
stuff, so
You guys are fucking solid, dude.
I think we're making a lot of progress. So, and right now we're actually recording a new demo, which obviously we're paying for again. So we're losing money, but it's gonna be 13 songs. So.
He said, you heard how he said it? We're losing money, but
Hey, I wouldn't have it any other way right now.
man, I mean, I like the group.
We haven't been more happier playing music for a long time.
Yeah.
I would
Well,
say that.
Not like again when I started playing norteño, I was very happy, but I felt like I kind of hit a block where I couldn't.
But then
pass
again, you
a
guys
certain spot.
took a couple years off, so you can't.
That's true.
You
That's
can't,
true, man.
You can't blame the music, dog.
We
So-
didn't take a few years off of playing. We played the rock for those couple years.
Well, you took a time off of the norteño. Maybe
But
you
we switched
just
to rock.
needed to reset your
Yeah, and I actually haven't gigged.
norteño button. You know what I mean?
I haven't really gigged during this whole COVID thing, so like norteño, but we practice literally every week with the rock band, and so
You guys aren't scared of getting the COVID? No, just
actually, my brother
I
had
got it. I got it.
and he still can't smell to this day.
Not
and
right
he had it
now.
like months ago.
Even now, I fucking have a weird ass smell and taste. And shit.
Neta?
I didn't get it.
It sucks.
I have an elite immune system.
Like I see a bomb ass fucking piece of meat or steak or something, and it smells like fucking shit.
Neta?
Yeah. Like if I was to like describe it, it'd be like mustard that's expired mixed with ketchup that's dead.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah.
What,
exactly.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Look,
and he
hey,
said that to me.
Go on Facebook and look up like I follow a group. They do like it's called parosmia. If you had COVID and you have this weird ass smell that you cannot explain, go on Facebook. It's called parosmia. A shitload of people that had fucking COVID they talk about the smell, and they all have their different descriptions of what the smell
I didn't have
is.
COVID. I don't know what he's
What
talking
the fuck
about.
is
Everything
prosmia?
tastes good to me.
That's what I said. So like, even like my stepson, he makes chicken nuggets, and they used to smell bomb, but now and now it don't smell bomb. I'm like, fuck, this shit smells like shit.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
a
I mean,
weird-
And
fortunately, I've
people
never
say
had
it goes
though.
away in like a year and a half, like 9 months, 10 months, and shit. I'm like, so I'm
How long ago
I'm
you
just
had
waiting.
that shit?
I got COVID in January.
Yeah, a while ago.
That was
I-
like 4
yeah.
months ago.
Yeah, I've never had it.
Yeah, so
and
I got a long
I've
way
got
to
the
go.
vaccine and nothing went wrong with me, so I'm
Fuck you.
whatever.
You didn't even like feel symptoms or anything?
Mm-mm.
I even coughed in his face and nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
What the?
Actually, because we like I said, we practice every week, but it's just us three. It's not like a bunch of people. And he had it literally like the day that we practiced, and I didn't get it. And then we had a dinner with my parents the next day, and none of us got it, just him.
I went back,
Then
tested
what kind
positive.
of bullshit immune system? Nah,
Well, I don't know.
That's what I said. But I was like, who's the
I am
strong
part
one?
of
Me
the
that
elite.
survived it or them that didn't get it?
And I'm always sick. I'm
you
surprised I didn't get it.
gotta. Hey, you know what? You're always fucking.
Yeah, I'm
sick.
always sick,
Like,
and he's never sick. And he got
I'm
it.
never sick.
And when he got the vaccine, he got symptoms, and I didn't get nothing.
you guys got vaccinated already?
Yeah. I had to get it
You got
because
the
of my
Johnson
job.
and Johnson?
Hell nah. That's the curacao.
Hey, that's my shit.
That's the curacao vaccination right there.
Oh shit! People are gonna think we got that shit. Well, I mean, fuck, dude. Thank you for coming out
Nah,
here.
no problem, man.
Thank you for coming out here. I
Thanks
appreciate
for the
it,
invite.
man. Thank you to all the people that have been liking and subscribing. We hit the 500 mark. Thank you guys. Thank you. I told Gio that if we hit 1,000, I'm about to do a carne asada. So,
Hey, am I invited then?
bro, you're invited.
I'm not gonna drive all the way out there though. If it's here in Long Beach, I'm
You
there.
live too fucking far, George.
Hey, I'm a local guy, man.
Man, fuck yeah.
Why do you think I ask you when you hit me up for a gig? I'm like, where is it?
Whatever.
Because I don't like driving.
Whatever.
I don't like driving far.
Well, like I said, thank you guys to all the people liking, subscribing, sharing the content. You know, all the positive messages are always, you know, like a big how do you say it?
I don't know what you're saying.
They're always good.
I think he's saying he loves the compliments that you guys are giving.
I love the compliments. You know, all
And
the
he,
messages.
and he
the
also
positive
likes the
messages.
criticism.
I like the criticism too. Yeah, I'd be laughing a little bit at the comments, the fucked up comments. They hurt a little bit, you know, but I laugh it off. You know what I mean?
You read the comments?
Hey, me and Dustin,
Dog, there's not that many comments, bro.
He's like, yeah, I read all three of them.
I read all three of the comments, you know. But you know, thank you guys for liking, subscribing, and sharing. Thanks, my boys from New Generation Barbershop, for helping us, you know, with the spot. For the
I
meantime,
might get my haircut here for the first time in a year and something.
Dog, you need a fucking haircut. And
I do it, whatever.
and you know, thank you guys, all the supporters. My boy Gio Stados. Shout out to that ugly motherfucker. Shout out to my boy EFX. What is it? Who? I seen the mask. EFXC some shit.
Hey, I don't want to.
No. My boy Sergio. That you know.
no fucking idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't want to talk crap. This is the worst shout outs. Like, how do you not know the people that are hooking you up, man? How do you not know their
First
names?
of all, who the fuck does EFX.C.
Hey, thanks for this. Thanks for all this hard work that you're doing for me, but I cannot remember. your
I
name.
don't remember you. Shout out to my compa Sergio, and you know, shout out to everybody. Thank you guys. Keep tuning into the next episodes. I got a couple people already lined up, and yeah, man. Tune in.